Hey everybody, it's Heath over at McCollum Middle School, and I wanted to share a pretty cool new resource that was released a couple of days ago that all of you have access to, but you may not know about. Maybe you do. So, anyway, check it out. I hope this will be helpful to some of you. Um, so, if you log into the portal and you click on the About Students tab, you may see this thing that says SLDS. Um, that is the State Longitudinal Data System, maybe. Um, anyway, if you click on that, it's going to take you to this page where there's a lot of this is a lot of the stuff is tied in from the State Department of Education to school systems all across Georgia. Um, so everybody that's in a public school system in Georgia has access to a lot of these resources. So once you get here, this button TRL. If you click on TRL, which I think is the Teacher Resources for Learning, over here on the side, select a grade level. I'm going to go 9 through 12 because this is what I'm familiar with. And then I'm going to go to Subject, Fine Arts. So it's going to filter out some of these resources. And then in the search bar, I'm going to type in music, technology, search. And you're going to see, I'm going to change this to a grid. And let's move this over to 60. So last winter or spring, the Fine Arts Department at the State Department of Education, in preparation for the implementation and release of the revised Georgia State Performance Standards in Fine Arts, contracted with fine arts teachers across the state to develop curriculum resources in really every subject and class, fine arts class that is taught in the state. So they contacted me about developing some resources for music technology. And there's a bunch of them here. So just to share with you some of what's here. These are resources that will be designed for Music Technology 1, which will be 9 through 12 first class for music technology at the high school level. So I'm just kind of scrolling through, and I went ahead and pulled up a few things just so you see some highlights. So the first thing I want to show you is this all started, or the top level, I guess, is what you'll call a curriculum map. So this is the biggest overview of what the music technology class is. So it's broken up into 6 units: introduction, form and rhythm, melody, harmony, expression, and production. And then for each of the unit, up at the top, it shows the Georgia Performance Standard that is covered under that unit. And then it lists some key concepts that are covered within each of those units. So that's like the big picture for the class. Now, the next level in is that for each unit, there's a unit plan. So, for example, I've got the unit plan pulled up here for Unit 5, which would be expression. So for each of the 6 units, there's one of these unit plans. And so the unit plan gives an overall unit focus. It gives specifically the performance standards that are covered in that unit. Then there's a list of lesson plans. And so for each lesson plan that appears here, you're going to be able to find a corresponding document in the TRL that has that lesson plan, along with a number of other resources and links. So example assessments, this is kind of pre-unit, formative is in process, and then summative is going to be your end of unit. And then if there are any additional supplemental resources, you are going to find supplemental resources linked to the unit plan. So back to the lesson plan. So for each of the lesson plans that appears in a unit, you're going to see a lesson plan. So for example, here's a lesson plan that comes from Unit 3, Lesson Plan 4. So this lesson plan is called Creating a Melodic Baseline. So you have your enduring understanding, your technical focus, and then specifically the performance standard that's covered in that lesson plan. Major unit concepts and vocabulary for the lesson, additional supplemental links, differentiated learning extensions to the lesson, the materials used, and then you're going to get a step-by-step lesson plan through there. Now, for any of the lesson plans that have like an assessment, you're also going to find links to rubrics, assessment rubrics. There are PowerPoints, so if some of the lesson plans are going to come with PowerPoints that you can use for your classroom, because all of these documents are things that you can download, and they are editable. So you can download them, you can change them to modify it to suit your needs. So all those PowerPoints can be used in your classroom. In some cases, they're also going to be videos. So for example, here's a video.
The second step in the process is to get them to improvise some rhythm on just
so yeah, this was maybe improvising rhythm and harmony. So they're instructional videos that could be used for the teacher, but could also be shared with students. So there's an awful lot of resources here. As you go through, like here's an example, there's rubrics, grading rubrics. There's a vocabulary list for each unit that you can distribute for the vocabulary. You see there's more examples of PowerPoints. There's some worksheets in a few places, other diagrams, and again, videos that can be used. So so it's pretty cool resources. I hope you can check them out. It actually sort of works in list view like YouTube, where you can actually like and rate specific items, whether it's a lesson plan or a video or whatever. So if you check it out, and you can give it a thumbs up or a rating, or any feedback would be appreciated. But yeah, this is how I spent my summer, producing all this stuff. So it would be awesome if some people actually had a chance to use it. You can also share with your other colleagues. There are resources here for band, orchestra, general music, choir. I think there's stuff for music theory. If there is a music course taught in the state, there should be resources here that teachers can tap into to use in their classrooms. So yeah, that's how it is. Spread the word, let people know about it, and you can always email me directly if you ever have any questions, feedback, whatever. So I hope it's useful, and I hope everyone is hanging in there. We got one more week to go before the winter holiday, and I hope everyone has a wonderful winter break, and however you celebrate. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, have a wonderful Ramadan, or if you just celebrate being around people, I hope you have a great, wonderful holiday season, and that you get some well-deserved rest, and you're ready to come back for second semester. I hope to see everybody at Convention 2, GMEA, January. Don't miss it. All right.